What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Thursday edition, my favorite day of the week. We got college football. We got NFL. We have an MLB game, which I'm sure Bill Rupp is not very happy about. Some people are blaming me on Twitter. I'm very proud to take the blame for that. We'll talk about that in a second. And what else we got? We got NFL. We got college football. We got baseball. What the fuck more do you need on a Thursday night? Wish we had some afternoon baseball to sweat with you guys. Had a lot of fun. Bill Rupp, ladies and gentlemen. Bill, that was probably the craziest sweat show in the history of the world.
It was a great game.
On Monday. That was the craziest game, craziest sweat. Your reactions were insane. Absolutely nuts. But how you doing today, Bill Rupp? I see you got your Falcons gear on.
You know it. Go Clue.
That's
Go
it.
Atlanta.
That's the energy you're bringing?
Yeah. That's what I got today.
All right, good. Well, Zab, I know you're not the energy guy. You're the analytics guy, so we're not going to ask you to start yelling and screaming.
What's going on, Tommy G?
What's up, brother? What's up? So you got a new camera, you got a new mic coming, you got all kinds. You're like, got a fucking studio being built back there.
Nah, the mic didn't work for the laptop, even though it said it would. So
Okay.
I have one on order. So hopefully, as soon as the Amazon guy shows up, so
All right, cool. And then we get some pictures on the wall, and we're ready to rock.
we're getting there. Hey, I
Dude,
got
he's getting
one.
there. Dude, Zab's about to be an assassin over there, Bill. He's not gonna have a disaster like you have behind you. You got a lot of things back there.
I like everything up there.
That's right. And Luke Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen, wearing his Schmedium Royals shirt. What's up? Letting the biceps fly today, huh?
I got good news for you, Tommy.
What's that?
Tomorrow, Tommy Pucks returns. NHL kickoff.
I can't wait. NHL starting tomorrow. This
There
is
you
great.
go.
Perfect time, right? Right as baseball's winding down, we start to get fucking hockey coming in. So the first week of hockey, obviously, is by the time hockey's rocking, Bill, in 2 weeks.
And these are global games.
Yeah,
These
Bill's sitting there like, yeah, hockey. He'll be betting every fucking hockey game.
Not until like All-Star, after
Yeah,
All-Star break.
All-Star,
Bill's
yeah.
going to be getting the first goal scored tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
yeah,
like
it'll take. All right, remember
now, bro. Hockey just ended.
No, I know it did just end, right?
really did.
Literally, it feels like it ended last week.
Hockey.
Yeah, so Bill's turning around, pretending he's not going to be betting hockey. But
Bill,
Tommy
it's your
Pucks,
team.
Tommy
It's your
Pucks is back next week. What's
Bill's
up?
team is playing. Bill's team is playing the Devils.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's going to have to start following hockey soon because we might not have any more Mets after today. Bill, what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? I don't think there's ever been a day
Bullpen.
where we nailed every single game the whole day and lost two of them. Like the Astros, start with the Astros, and then we'll get to the Mets in a minute because that's probably going to take a minute. We had the Astros plus 2.5, Royals plus 2.5, Padres plus 2.5 at even money for a monster bet. Easiest bet of the lifetime. There's no way. I said all three of these teams probably going to win outright. There's no way these teams lose by 3. Royals won outright. Talk about the Orioles in a minute. Padres won outright. Made it close at the end. What are the Astros doing? Down 1-0 in the whole game. They should have scored 5 runs, Zab, in the bottom of the fucking 7th inning. I mean, they end up scoring 2. Kyle Tucker literally looked like he took a bag this week. One of the hottest players coming into the entire playoffs. Had 8 of the worst at-bats I've ever seen in his life. I think he made 10 outs in 8 at-bats. Ground out, double play, but we're still up 2-1. Go to the top of the inning, okay? Now, here's where I say Aaron Boone is going to fuck the Yankees at some point. Great coaching, as Bill's been saying, for Detroit. Just absolutely dominated bad coaching for the Astros. You have literally the Tigers. The thing about them that makes them insane is their all lineups lefty, right? Like everyone's lefty. Meadows lefty, Carpenter's lefty, Riley. Like their whole lineup's fucking lefty, which is smart. And I've been saying for years, Hoff, lefties win championships, right? That's who wins. That's why I like that the Yankees got Jazz and Rizzo and even guys that you thought weren't great were producing. You have the top of the 8th inning in a do-or-die game, up 2-1 with all the momentum at home. You have lefty, lefty, righty, lefty, lefty coming up for Detroit. Top 5 hitters in the lineup. And you start Presley instead of Hader that inning? Anyone want to fucking explain to me why Hader comes in versus the righties and doesn't start with Carpenter? Bats like 100 off lefties. You realize that, right? Carpenter's been incredible. He bats like 4 million. He's one of the top 3 in baseball. It's like Ohtani, Judge, Carpenter as far as how they hit versus righties. Why did Hader not start that inning?
Hader's not that good.
It doesn't matter. He's a dominant lefty. Presley's not that good. Presley had like a 5 ERA over the last 2 months. How do you not start your lefty whether you switch him or pitch him 2 innings, because Hader pitched 2 innings anyway, Zab. He pitched 2 innings anyway. So why didn't you pitch him the 8th and the 9th and bring Presley in?
I don't think that was as big as a deal as you're making it.
Monster, Bill.
I don't think so.
What do you think the big deal was?
I don't think it was that bad of a move. I just think the Astros aren't good. Their bullpen's not good. Hader's not good.
Well,
he hasn't been good all season. He's got like for a closer to have like close to a 4 ERA. You're going to trust him? I mean, they haven't really trusted him all season. I don't think it was an awful
move.
I
get it, but the one thing Hader does is he's great versus lefties. Lefties bat 120 off him, dude. You cannot hit Hader if you're a lefty. I don't care if he's good or bad. Here's his stats. Lefties this year are batting 125 with no home runs and 3 RBIs off Hader. Righties are only batting 182 with 12 home runs, 34 RBIs. Lefties slug 188 off Hader. I don't care if you think Hader's good, bad. He's been struggling with righty. He still dominates lefties. Dominates them. You can't touch him. Zab, why was he not in?
I don't know. Some of the managing just didn't make sense. You play to the pitcher's strength, let him stay in for all the lefties, and then just yank him.
Bring him in. Yeah, they did. You take him out after the 5-hitter.
Or if he starts to struggle right off the bat, you just pull him immediately.
Listen, that was horrible. And then obviously just the Astros, just a disaster. Props to Detroit, man. Props to Detroit. That team, AJ Hinch just cheating again, probably. You know, for those of you that don't know, he was kicked out for cheating. That's why he's coaching Detroit right now, because he was sign stealing. So I'm sure there's some shadiness going on over there with AJ. But I got for the Yankees.
I got caught up in the Astros thing too. I had the Tigers all the way game 1. I was all over them. Loved them game 1. So easy. The best pitcher in baseball on the mound. First 5, his strikeouts for the game. All over. Didn't think the Astros had a shot. I did take the Astros for the series after that, which was stupid because then I went back and looked. The Astros have been awful at the end of the season. They lost almost every series to a shitty team. They lost to Oakland, lost to the Angels. You know, I mean, they beat Kansas City, whoop-de-doo. They lost to everybody down. They were one of the worst teams in baseball the last second half of the season. They had a good little run for a little bit, and then they were just awful down the stretch. Detroit was coming in so hot, making every correct managerial spot in the world. If you were on the Astros, you're a moron. And I blame myself half.
We both are morons for that. Yeah,
I was wrong because I shouldn't have been on them at all. And I
shouldn't have either.
Looking more into it last night, what was I thinking picking them for the series? It was always Detroit. It was Detroit all the way, and anybody else were morons for taking them. It was.
Listen, I agree. That's the best way to
Jordan, just the best way to put it. Up.
So more than that, Bill. Jordan was hurt. Right? Jordan didn't play for a week. So
I told you right in that game that first game Detroit was winning. I just didn't like anything about what they were doing. I'm so mad that I took them for the series. Houston. It was Detroit all the way. It was always Detroit. Disgusting.
I'm actually not mad at myself because my big bet was plus 2.5 runs, right? So even with thinking, I thought the Astros veteran experience, the Astros always cheat. The Astros will find a way to fucking snake it. They'll get calls. The umps will be in their favor. Same thing as usual. We were fucking idiots. We were. Now, I think the thing that turned us both, Bill, because we were on the phone, was after game 1, Skubal came in, dominated like you said he would. You hit all his props on him. And then when the bullpen came in, you saw the Astros fucking start to rally. You know they were starting Holton the next day, which we didn't agree with, but AJ Hinch never does anything wrong, right? It started Holton, so we're like, all right, this is a bullpen day, basically. So we just watched what the Astros did to the bullpen yesterday in an inning and a half. The Astros will win this game, and then we'll see what we do in game 3. I love Hunter Brown. I'm one of the biggest Hunter Brown fans in America. Pitched his ass off. Probably should have gone a little bit longer. I don't know why they're taking these guys out. They took Manaea out at 85 pitches. They took Peralta out at 85 pitches.
Brewers are taking everybody out.
All these guys are just leaving the game.
What are they doing?
These are do or die games.
Brewers deserve to lose that game yesterday.
Yeah, and Peralta, why did Manaea come out at 85? Manaea came out at 85. Why? You don't have a bullpen. If you can't use Buto, who you just used for 2 innings the day before, what the fuck are you pulling Manaea so early? So these coaches are pulling these pitchers at 85 pitches, thinking too far ahead. And now they're all.
I
in
wanted
trouble.
Schwellenbach to stay in for another inning. He should have stayed in the other day.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't, but he should have the other day too. Like,
Yep.
made no sense.
Yeah, these teams are really versus the Mets, right?
Yeah.
Too analytical. It's too analytical now. You
But
just
Hoffman even said he pitched like 80-something pitches, 90 pitches, and he had 70-something strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These guys are dealing when they're coming out too. They're dealing.
80% strikes he was throwing.
He gave up one double to start that inning, and then they yanked him.
Yeah,
like,
these guys aren't.
Oh, there's that mosquito. He's been biting.
I have one flying around here too.
He's been biting me. Did I get him? Got him.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Let's go, Bill.
Got to do it with the chopsticks next time. But I don't know what these fucking managers are doing, dude. They're all pulling their pitchers at 85 pitches. Guys, we're in the fucking
85. Brewers are 60s and 50s.
Yeah, 60s.
Who the fuck knows what they're fucking doing over there? But I mean, like, Mania leaving early. Like, we went through the list already. There's fucking 5 other ones.
I'm waiting to see what the Yankees do.
So listen, this is good for the Yankees, Hoffman. That's for damn sure, right? Houston's gone. Baltimore's gone. We'll talk about Baltimore right now, then we'll get to the Mets. So Houston, listen, just give up 2 runs, 3 runs in the top of that inning, and we smash our fucking biggest bet of the day. That's it. Just don't lose by 3. Don't be up 2-1 in the top of the 8th and lose by 3. That's all we ask. That's it. So fuck that. Fuck the Astros. Get them the fuck out of here. Better for the Yankees. Baltimore, I told you guys, they're not good. They're not good. Everyone was like, oh, Baltimore probably went. No. That line was still minus 150 Kansas City Royals when they were up 1 in the 7th. And I'm sitting there going, okay, hit it again, I guess. Like, let's hit it again. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? Baltimore can't score. Bases loaded, no out. Can't even get another run in after they got the fucking home run. So Baltimore's dead. We told you they're not a good team. They collapsed at the end of the year. Everyone thought they were clutch because they won the 2 games versus the Yankees that meant really nothing. They already lost the division. The Yankees were going to clinch the division. It was just a matter of what day. But every time they had a chance to put the Yankees to bed during the season, they choked. Last year in the playoffs, they got swept by the Rangers and choked. This year, they got swept by the Royals at home and choked. It's time to just put a close.
They've lost 10 postseason games in a row.
Yeah, they haven't won a postseason game since 2014. Can you even get excited for the Orioles next year, midseason, end of the year? I mean, no.
They're going to do the same thing again. You're going to have those young kids.
Yeah, people will
win 90-something games.
Yeah,
and that's going to be it.
Yeah, it's exactly what we said. They're going to come in. They're going to get wiped out. Now, Hoffman, with your Royals jersey on, I know you're happy about the Royals win. Are you happy about the Yankees now playing the Royals?
Yeah.
I think it's great, right?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's great.
I mean, what did
I got
the Orioles did beat the Yankees 8 out of 12. So, like,
and Houston beats the Yankees like 100 out of 100 in the playoffs.
I got Royals future, so if whoever wins, I'll be happy.
Yeah, so this is a good spot for the Yankees. I'll be going to the game Monday. Hoff, you want to go? You guys want to go Monday?
Yeah.
I think I was there. They play Saturday. I'm probably or Saturday or Sunday. I'm not going to do that during football, but I think Monday night I'm going to go to the game, go to the Yankee playoff game.
Yeah, but Bill was right. Bill nailed it on the Orioles. Like they fucked up at the trade deadline. They could have been easily the best team in baseball. Like
that Trevor Rogers trade was.
Like
they should beat the Yankees by 10 games.
Well, they should have Skubal. Like they could have.
Should have went out and gave every prospect they had for Skubal.
Yeah, when you got
Norby and Burns going into the 3-game. Fucking whoever, maybe they would have won the division if they had Skubal. Who knows?
Oh, they would have won the division.
You said it, Bill. They could have been easily the best team in baseball by far. Like, there's not a clear-cut team. Like, they had a chance to just grab the league, the whole MLB by the throat, and they did it. And now they're fucked.
They shouldn't, because the bottom line is they shouldn't even be playing this weekend. The Yankees have no business being where they are.
No,
right? No business. The Yankees played like shit most of the year.
The Orioles should have won the division by how many games the Yankees won the division.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that was knew that was coming. So we basically smashed the Royals yesterday. That was nice. Bobby Witt looking good. It's going to be fun Yankees-Royals series. Little George Brett flashbacks coming up. But I think the Yankees handled the Royals pretty easily, especially since Lugo and Reagans just went first 2 days, Bill. Probably going to not see them till maybe game 2, 3, right?
Nope,
so we'll see.
We're going to be pitching.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
That was one of the best starting pitchers.
Yeah, their staff is good. And listen, the big thing for them, I wish the Orioles would have done anything to at least not get them a day off. So now pretty much every team in baseball that was the wild card that was supposed to get punished by having to play 3 and then go right to the next game, they all got an off day.
Well, I think that hurts. I think that hurts the Royals more because they're younger. You know, they're a younger team. Besides like Sal Perez and maybe one or two, they're younger. I think that if they played today, I think that give them a lot of momentum going into
I think they got it. No, I don't think one day is that.
I think sitting there for getting on the plane.
No, you got to travel day.
If they played one day, I'd be scared.
Totally disagree because they would have had to wax their bullpen out today. So totally disagree. I'll take the healthy bullpen over. They have 1 day breaks all year. They got 1 day breaks every 10 days during the year. 2, 3, maybe. 1, no, not going to do it. But Garrett Cole will be on the bump on Saturday for the Yankees. Let's see if the Yankees have any rust, after not playing for a few days. So we'll see how these teams. I think Zab, there's this.
They get 2 days off, not 1.
What's that?
The Royals.
Oh, that's right. They do have 2 days. They play Saturday. That's right. I keep thinking today's Friday.
I'm saying it's if they going right.
Well, that allows them to reset the rotation. It's 1 or 2 days isn't. 3, 4,
I'm not
5
talking about. I'm talking about the young players coming in. They would be all like
now
it settles down a little bit for them.
I don't think it settles down heading to Yankee Stadium for a playoff game.
But I think if it was the next day or 1 day later, it'd be different. And 2 days later,
either way, we're beating a dead horse. Zab, sweeps in the wild card round have been like rampant. I think this is 16 of 20 in the last few years. 16 of 20 games went 2 games.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And then a lot of the dogs lost last year.
Yeah,
or won last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, lost sweeps.
I mean, looking at the dogs this year. Fucking Detroit was a dog. Kansas City was a dog. Mets are a dog. They might win today. Padres the only one that handled their business.
Yeah, Padres look good.
Great.
I just kind of tailed you guys over the MLB bets. I was busy coaching playoff baseball and fall ball, so I haven't been watching a ton of games. So
you want to give me my props, Tommy, for the greatest call on this show so far?
Well, definitely with my calls were the best ever.
No, none of yours even came close.
Well,
I told you
the history of the show.
I told you weeks ago.
Why is he so angry today?
Well,
let's raise your hand.
When Arizona was up 4.5 games, 4.5 games in the first wild card. I said either Arizona or the Padres are not making the playoffs.
Okay, now is that the greatest call in the history of Stay Cashin?
Yes, it is. What's better?
When literally just a week ago, I told you Army was going to score 40 points. They were going to blow the over, and I predicted the exact total of the game.
No, did you bet it?
Yes,
you did.
I put a video out for it.
You bet the exact total of the game?
No, we bet the over. I called the exact over.
Okay, well, that's not better than 4.5 up. 3 weeks to go.
Bill, fucking eat at Snickers. I like doing the shows. I don't want to have to manage your fucking mood swings while we're doing it. I know you're angry and I know you're looking to fight, and I'm not doing it today. We're gonna have fun today. We're in a good mood today.
I was ready to fight.
Go yell
at down Thursday, baby.
Go yell at your fucking dog or something. But Bill did nail the NL wild card for sure, 100%. Nailed it to the thing. So bravo, Bill. Greatest call in the history of Stay Cashin. Probably not top 150, but
it's the best.
No, we call like plus 2,000 winners on here, so definitely wasn't. But very good call. Giving you credit, just not the greatest ever.
It wasn't the greatest ever.
Wasn't. Speaking of the greatest ever, be the greatest ever when the Mets get knocked out today after you guys fucking. What are you guys doing? What the fuck were you guys doing yesterday?
We can't lose a game.
No, you can't.
All right,
you can't lose that game. I think Mets lose by like 7 today.
Go ahead and bet that. Bet that they lose by 7.
I will. What's minus?
You won't. You won't bet that.
I probably won't bet that.
Lindor is pissing me the fuck off, man.
I mean, bro, Lindor doesn't have a hit all fucking series.
You're costing us units, dude. You're costing us units,
man. Here's what I hate about Met fans. You want to talk about Lindor in the ranks of Ohtani and Judge and these type of guys, right? Every Met fan, Danny, Bill, my friends, my text thread. Well, Lindor got us here. It doesn't matter if you don't win
Judge done in the playoffs,
dude. That's why Judge isn't a legend yet.
I just want to get a hit, man. We got all these hit parlays.
You just said Judge Ohtani. So
I'm telling you, you cannot. They are not in Mount Rushmore.
What did Judge and Ohtani done in the playoffs?
You have to. That's what I'm saying. You have to close it out. It doesn't matter if you got the team there. You have to finish it off. There's no point in getting to the wild card if you're going to get run out. Look at Baltimore.
Okay, well, let's revisit this conversation next week.
Gunnar
Judge and Ohtani play, and we'll see what they do.
Gunnar Henderson, you got to get a hit.
We got all these guys getting hits in their first
They
at
scored
bat.
12 runs. You got to get a hit.
Every other guy we pick gets a hit in their first at bat.
Gotta get a hit.
Fucking Bregman, Arias, Witt, ripping it. And then Lindor's fucking
Fucking popping it because he's home run happy right now. That's the problem with Lindor. Lindor turned into the Diamondbacks all of a sudden. He just started railing big home runs for like weeks straight. We saw it against the Braves.
You're just mad because you bet him and he didn't get a hit.
No, I'm mad because I had the Mets too.
Yes, I am mad.
Of course I'm mad. Yes. I'm mad when the hottest player in all of baseball.
Don't bet him.
I'm not.
I'm betting fucking Jackson Churio today because I know what's hits.
Don't bet him today.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Good. He's going to go 3 for 4 with 2 home runs.
In a fucking 10-1 loss, the Mets are dead.
10-1.
The Mets
Bet
are dead.
I guarantee you won't bet that.
Bill.
I guarantee you don't put it out, and I guarantee you don't bet it.
Are you calling me out that I'm not going to put 10?
Yes, I'm calling you out because you said it twice now.
10-1 victory? Now I'm putting it out. I
want to see you put out.
I'm putting it out and I'm going to put it in.
I want to see.
You'll see
the
a ticket.
Brewers,
I will give you a ticket.
Brewers minus 2.5 right now.
Hold on.
Right now, and I want to see.
I'm not doing minus 2.5. I'm doing minus 5.5.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Great.
What's that bet that we used to do?
You're a moron.
Hold on.
Here we go again. Guys, I'm baiting him into making this bet. Just like I did with Georgia.
Yeah.
Same thing. Don't bet on this.
Yeah.
He's betting it over
Okay,
emotion.
here's the deal.
Don't do it.
All right. So here's what we're betting.
Georgia didn't stand a chance, and Brewers don't stand. Don't bet it, guys. Don't bet it.
So we're betting any other Brewers victory plus 1,100. That puts us at 8-7 is the last one you could bet. So as long as the Brewers,
now he's got to bet an 1,100. Oh,
Bill, I'm saying the Brewers are going to score 9 runs. That's what
you
wanted me to bet.
You want me to
offer?
I'm going to bet
offer the fucking bet.
I'm going to bet the Mets any other victory then.
Do it. Let's both do it.
Fuck, I'm not.
That's plus 1,200, Bill. That's better, Bill. That's plus 1,200. Better odds.
Yeah, I'm betting it. The Brewers throw up a 10 spot today on the Mets. Yes, that was a momentum killing. Bill, why did Budo not pitch?
Because you pitched.
Why? I'm sitting there watching.
I hope
this.
one of these bets wins now. Just
pitched a couple
I hope one of you wins.
Why, Bill? Why did he pitch 2 innings in an 8-4 game?
I don't know.
The greatest manager of all time, Mendoza, has been doing nothing but Matan yesterday or whatever that fucking loser's name was. I'm sitting there on my couch, Hoffman, watching him just throw hanging breaking ball after hanging breaking ball. Every one of them, the fucking Brewers were just like, woo, like
literally, you know what it looked like?
Their helmets were falling off.
It looked like Little League. It looked like a backyard baseball with the ball.
Everyone was just floating right into the zone, and they're sitting there like this, ready to fucking murder it. And I'm like, get shut up. Like, and then what happens? They fucking get 16 straight hits. The one double play ball they got was on a fucking 110-mile-per-hour piss missile to short. So, and then, of course, boom, final home run. So, Mets, I think they blew it yesterday. Bill, you got to go Diaz for 2, or you got to bring Budo in yesterday. You got to. The Mets need days off more than any team in baseball right now, right? Like, even if they win this game, now they're going to, run and play another game the next day? Like, you could have bought yourself some time off, close that game out, bring Diaz in, get it the fuck over with, especially with that. The thing I hate about MLB teams, and we're going to switch gears here. The thing I hate about MLB teams is this closer bullshit. Right? Your closer needs to pitch against the best part of the lineup. So if you're in the 8th inning and you have Churio and all these fucking monsters coming up, that's when your closer needs to be in. He needs to be in verse 1 through 5. He needs to get out of it. And then you go bring Matan in to fucking pitch from 6 through 9. They don't do it. The Astros didn't do it. The Mets didn't do it. They get so caught up in that last inning of the game that really what's more important. If you're facing the Dodgers, who do you want your closer facing? Mookie Betts, Freeman, Teoscar, and Ohtani in the 8th? Or do you want your closer facing fucking the bottom of the lineup in the 9th? I want my closer facing Ohtani and Freeman and Betts and all those guys. So I hate what they're doing in baseball. They've gotten too closer crazy.
You got to give credit to Churio. He's having a fucking coming out party.
Churio's going to hit another one today. I'm going Churio dong today. For sure.
He's launching balls.
I just really felt like you could basically tell the Mets by Uncle Danny, right?
Oh, Uncle Danny's a disaster.
Danny's done. Danny already quit. The Mets are over. Like the Mets fans, my text threads with the Mets fans.
Oh, you dominated him last night.
Oh, he's an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot. But the Mets' souls have been taken, and our money has been taken. So fuck you, Mets, because we should have won all that. We should have won fucking Astros, Royals, Mets, and fucking San Diego. At least Royals, Mets, San Diego. At least those. Yeah. You can say the Astros should have lost. Whatever you want to go with that, but we should at least win those last three. 1, 2, or 3. All right. We got some football tonight. Anything else we want to talk about for on the baseball front here, Bill? Let's talk about let's wrap up baseball with the Mets game tonight. I think the Mets get slaughtered. You think the Mets show the heart that they've shown all season, come off the deck, and Lindor carries them to a victory? Are you betting the Mets?
I would like them to find a way to get Winker and JD Martinez both at bats, 4 at bats, but it's probably impossible. Because if you put Winker in left and you have to take Nimmo out, I don't want to take Nimmo out, but right now, Winker and
no, that's the most underrated comment of the year.
I had to
Winker and JD, I think, should both be in, but I mean, it's not how you're going to do it unless you split like you did last night, and they both had hit two RBI hits.
I think you're say hot Tua.
So I don't know what Mendoza's going to do today.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you this. He pushed the right buttons all year. He's been pushing all the wrong buttons the last 24 hours. I mean, a lot of bad mistakes. You even said it, Bill, during the first game. Why are we pitching Buto 2 innings right now in the 6th inning and 7th inning of an 8-4 game? Why are we taking our pitcher out so early and wasting our bullpen? He only threw 20 pitches. That was the series, Bill. He's unhittable, that kid right now, Buto. You can't not have him yesterday. You're
contradicting yourself, though.
What do you mean?
Because I just told you why couldn't Holton go 2, and you gave me the same argument that why you're asking me that why couldn't Buto go again today?
I'm saying because he shouldn't have pitched 2 the day before. If you pitch 1-1, I'm fine with it. Yeah, 100%. You shouldn't have pitched 2 the day before. There was no need for that. That's what I'm saying.
They wanted to win.
I get it, but you're up 8-4. It's early in the game. You don't need to
tell me you can't think about tomorrow when you only got 3 games. You got to win.
Well, yes, you can, because you don't have to win today. You have to win 2.
I mean, they just saw the Braves come back on them, down 3 runs in the 8th or the 9th.
Totally have no problem pitching him. No problem pitching him.
No manager's going to make all the right moves. So,
making a lot of wrong ones.
Everybody in the playoffs.
Well, not the Tigers. That's for damn sure. Nor the Padres. What's going on with Musgrove? Do we have any news on Musgrove?
I got fucked on that, too. He had 4 Ks.
He was balling.
Cruising. Only needed 2 more to hit the parlay.
This is huge for the Padres if he's hurt for a while.
Screwed on that.
Did anyone see? I didn't look online.
No, I didn't see anything.
I'm looking it up now.
Injury. I don't know if anyone in the chat could let us know what the update on Musgrove was, because I mean, Padres plus 600 to win the World Series right now is basically
the Padres sweep was probably the easiest bet.
I mean, that line minus 120 yesterday.
Anybody who thought the Braves were going to win yesterday, you're morons.
Yeah. Just who even bet the Braves? Even Trent.
I saw people doing that.
I know. I saw a lot. Why was the line 120? I mean, that line should have been 240. No one. Braves aren't beating a fucking.
Yeah, see, Trent wins, bro. He wins.
Of course he does. Yeah,
of course. He went, and supposedly he went all in yesterday. So he won.
He said every single game is a mega match.
Well, I mean, he won a shit ton yesterday.
You can't lose every game as a gambler. It's harder to lose every game than to win every game, I think, honestly. Yeah. So you're going to win sometimes. It's hard to lose. Yeah, you're going to win sometimes.
Padres were always winning that game. We're always winning the series. The Braves were done. They were on such high emotions after winning that garbage game against the Mets 1-0 that nobody gave a shit about. Mm-hmm. Then they had to go and play the hottest team in baseball. They weren't winning anything. There wasn't even, and they had no sale. Give me
a second. Let me something at my door. Talk about the Mets Braves. What you like? What
now someone's at his door. I remember when someone was at my door. Someone's always at your door.
Hey, Bill, I saw. What do you think about Quintana over 14.5 outs?
I don't like taking the pitchers like that when it's a closeout situation, because managers always get scared and fucking take everybody out too early. So I really don't know. Okay. I don't know what the Mets are going to do today. I don't know if they give up 2 runs early. Does fucking Mendoza get all scared? And
yank
Pull
him.
him.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier. And
He's usually through the whole season, he's stuck with his pitchers. He's pitched them longer to use the bullpen less, to save the bullpen supposedly for this moment. But then yesterday he saved them for that moment and they fucking lost.
yeah.
So what's he going to do today when he said the whole season he pitched his starters longer than they should go to save the bullpen for now? But now that it got what he wanted, it didn't work out. So I think he should. I think he should get that. I think he should go 5 or 6. But
yeah.
we'll see if these managers get scared when they're down 2-0, and and then now they don't know what to do. Oh, I should have pulled him. I should do this. I should do that. So
yeah, scared feet make a call early. So,
and that's the only game for today for baseball. I'm on the Mets. I think the Mets win. That total's super low. 7 today. I mean,
Yeah, I think it goes over that.
Yeah, are they thinking that that both teams are going to be nervous and playing tight and everything? I mean, the Mets and Brewers both been kind of loose. So
Yeah.
I think that 7 is a bad line. I think this game goes over. So
Yeah,
like Tommy says, if one of these two teams dominates and puts up 6 or 7 themselves, this gets going over. So over 7 is probably one of my favorite play of the day.
Yeah.
Games at night. It's not in the afternoon. They get to relax, get to the ballpark, eat, hang out.
Yeah, and it's not like usually they say game 7s go under and stuff like that. That's different because you usually have all your arms available, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the 3rd game in 3 days. You don't have all these arms available from 3 or 4 days ago.
And the Mets have been playing straight through.
Yeah, these teams have been, especially the Mets have been playing straight through. So you're not going to see all the elite arms. You're going to see some good bullpen arms coming out, but you're not going to start seeing Severino pitching inning and fucking Mania pitching inning. That shit ain't happening. So,
no, they're done. But,
you're not going to. But in a game 7 of the World Series, you would.
You'll have Diaz and Budo and stuff today.
And then Budo, but Diaz, who gives a shit? Diaz ain't even that good, right?
Well, he's good. But I like the over. I like over 7. I think that hits by the 5th inning.
I think first 5. I like the over in the first 5.
You can even parlay that down to like 5.5 and use something for the football tonight with it.
Yeah. There's a bunch of.
But
I do like this.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite play.
I love the Brewers tonight, so I'm all over the Brewers. You're all over the over. That'll do it for baseball there. So let's move over here to where you want to go next. Shoot out a tweet. Let them know we're about to talk about college football.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, cool. So let's go over to college football here. This is just phenomenal season. This is probably my favorite.
Saturdays are the best days ever.
Probably my favorite, and even in the losses, right? Like, listen, we were on Georgia last week. I didn't like Georgia.
No, we weren't.
Bill talked to me, and
no.
I was. Bill, just stop with the fucking attitude.
Attitude. Hoffman said it first.
I'm getting to it.
Hoffman said it first.
I'm getting to it. Yeah, but Hoffman's not annoying. Hoffman has been annoying the whole fucking show.
I haven't even talked to you.
Oh, you've been cranky since you got here.
God, stop your crying.
Man. So I was on nobody, and everyone was on Alabama. This fucking idiot down here starts fucking pointing and picking at me. And then I go bet Georgia when I didn't want to, like I'm betting a fucking plus 1,100 tonight because he's an asshole. Because I'd rather be right and talk shit to him than win money. So, but outside of that, listen, even that Georgia game was great. Georgia should have won that game. We predicted exactly how it was going to end. Said this is 100% ending with a Carson Beck interception. And it did. But college football has been awesome. It's been fun. And the weekdays have been mayhem. I'm going to do another video for a free bet today. If you guys can bump it when it comes out, I'd appreciate it. But let me give you a little breakdown. This will be in the video later too. Might put an extra play in the video that I do later. Let me give you a little bit about wacky weekdays over here, as I'm calling them in college football. All right. You could start off with like week 3. Okay. When we had Arizona State and every sharp in America was on Texas State, right? And Arizona State was a 4-point dog. Great. Thursday. Friday, we had UNLV to beat Kansas on the money line, right? That was awesome because that was like our 3rd plus 600, 500, 300 money line dog in the last 7 days, I think it was. The next week, South Alabama as a 10-point dog wins by 34. Okay? That was the one I forgot to put out. Remember, Hoffman? I mentioned it, and I forgot to put it out, and I forgot to bet it, and I was livid. So they won by 34. 34, 10-point dog. That Friday was Bloodbath Friday. That was the day where Stanford beat fucking Syracuse as a 10-point dog. Illinois beat Nebraska as a 10-point dog. And San Jose State as a 13-point dog took who was it? Took them to double overtime. Washington State? Washington State to double overtime, 56-54, and only lost by 2. You almost had all 3 moneyline favorites lose that Friday. Last week, we nailed the team total on Army, hit the over to the exact thing, hit the number to the head, 56. And the next day, you have Virginia Tech, who's a shit team, go and almost beat Miami as a 19-point dog, right? Granted, if Cam Ward doesn't throw that pick in the goal line, Miami wins the game by 30 if they're up 21-7 at that point. Yeah, they beat, but they should have lost.
Yes.
They should have lost. Listen, we hit them live, but we should have lost that.
Yeah,
like, so weekdays have been mayhem in college sports right now. And guess what? We have 2 double-digit dogs tonight, and I like both of them. Both of them. Forget about the fucking Freaky Friday part of it. I like both these dogs that are taking place right now for today's game without this being, Wacky Thursday or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let me just send this tweet out here. So the first game we have here is we have Troy. Just do under post and then retweet. There we go. All right. So the first game we have here, we have Troy. Actually, no, that's not the first game. UTEP Sam Houston is the first game, right? Let me see which one's playing first. No one's going to be looking at these games again, guys. This is the best time to bet these. No one's going to be on these. Everyone's going to be on the NFL game, which we're going to talk about in a second, and everyone's going to be on the baseball game, which is coming up tonight, the elimination game. 6 p.m. start, I believe. No, 8 p.m. Sorry, I'm on Central Time, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. start. Why is my thing on Central Time?
Because you were in Vegas and you just you probably didn't fix it.
Oh, you know what? My VPN. That's what it is. My VPN's coming out of Chicago. So this is at 7 p.m. start. Troy, Texas State. Okay. Now, there's not much I need to tell you about this one. The public is 50-50 split on this game, right? So it's like 50% public, 50% sharps. 15.5 to 13.5. This line has dropped. There's still 14s hanging around out there. So I'm taking Texas State, Troy plus 14 in this one. Both these teams are playing on a short week. So this is the shortest week, right? You're playing on a Thursday until MAC play starts. And they start playing on Tuesdays, but they adjust for that in their scheduling. So this is about as short a week as you can get for college football. Troy's home. We always favor the home teams on the short week, right? Because it's not only a short week, you don't have the travel. Granted, there's not much travel going on for Texas State and Troy. But these teams, Bill, have played every year since 2016. Would you like to know the outcome?
Sure.
Troy is 12-1 all-time versus Texas State and has won 8 consecutive years. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Troy has beat Texas State. I think they beat them 31-11 last year. And we're getting 14 in this one, okay? Troy just played a nail-biter with UL Monroe. I think it was 13-9, the final in that game. UL Monroe is a good team. Troy scored 21 points against against Iowa. They lost to Nevada by 2. They whipped the shit out of Florida A&M, and Memphis beat them up pretty good. But they did show some heart coming back from 14 down. Coming back from 21 down to kind of cover the spread at the end of the game. I don't see any way we don't slam Troy on the money on the spread here and hit him on the money line plus 450. So this is a pretty easy play for me here with Troy getting 14. Try and get this to 14. There's 14s hanging around out there. If you got to pay the 10 cents to get it to 14 or 20 cents, who gives a shit? Just get to the 14 number. That way you're not sweating the 2 touchdowns. But I think Troy can win this game outright. The other game we're looking at here is UTEP Sam Houston. I love UTEP. UTEP plus 11. Let me just see what the lines are right now. This one is even more drastic from a public betting percentage. You have Sam Houston State, which opened at a minus 12.5 favorite. 70% of the public is on Sam Houston State, which opened as a 12.5% favorite, and the line's dropped to 10.5. So we have a 2-point, we have an inverse line moving here. We have a 2-point drop with the public on it. That means there's a ton of whales and a ton of sharps on the UTEP side, me being the biggest whale and the biggest sharp in this industry. UTEP plus 10.5, plus 11, plus 11.5. I don't know if there's still an 11.5 out there. Doesn't look like it. Pretty much every shop's going to 10.5. So you're getting UTEP plus 10.5. Sometimes these books will give you like 5-cent moves to get it to 11 And 8 and 3 is a key number there nowadays with the 2-point conversions being wild. So I don't hate that. I don't hate this in teasers. I don't hate, teasing both of these things up to 3 touchdowns. But Sam Houston State's coming off a short week, right? They're the favorite. UTEP's coming off a bye. This is my favorite scenario. You have UTEP on wacky weekdays having 10 days to prepare while Sam Houston, the favorite, has to travel. Now, again, these aren't far travels, obviously, in either of these games. But Sam Houston does still have to get on a bus or a plane and get over to UTEP on a short week when they had 10 days to prepare. And we're getting a touchdown and a half, and we're plus 350 on the money line. So this is a game here. I think we have the public on the other side. We have a nice line movement. Locklear has been benched for UTEP. This kid fucking sucks, Locklear. I actually didn't hate UTEP coming into the year. This kid is dog shit. McConnell came in last week against Colorado State and outscored Colorado State 14-13 in the second half. They lost to Colorado State because Locklear was down like 20-3 at the half. But McConnell threw for 220 and 2 in the second half. He's played before. He was decent last year. Wasn't great. Looks good this year. That was his only time on the field this year as a junior now. He's had a couple years in the system. And he personally beat Sam Houston State on the road last year when he quarterbacked against them. So UTEP's 0-4, but I think a lot of that had to do with fucking Locklear. We got a new quarterback. We got 10 days of prep. We got a guy who beat the team last year. We got an inverse line movement. We got everything going in our favor here. One of these two dogs wins outright. One of them wins outright. I think they both can. I think they both cover, but one of them wins outright. As far as anyone asking for any props or anything, that'll be for the subscribers. So if you guys want to get on for a day, you can see on the bottom, all the way down below Bill down there, just DM at 4DeepWins on Twitter, and you'll give you a free day of bets. So DM at 4DeepWins. Hoff, if you can keep your eye on that now. I don't know if you have the link. I'll send it over to you. Do you have that link still, that free day link?
Is it the same one?
Yeah, it's the same one. It's a hidden one, so we can only give it out. They can't find it on the site. Yeah, so it's the same one. So DM at 4DeepWins on Twitter for a free day of bets. All the props will be in there. And, I mean, I don't know if I've loved the college football slate more than this weekend. This weekend is every week that goes by, we get more data. And holy fuck, we got some fun. So we're going to be on here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for this. I've been doing a lot of talking because we've been talking college football. Let me kick this over now to Zab to start off the NFL talk. So let's get into the NFL game tonight. We're looking at Bill's got his Falcons jersey on. Zab, what are we looking at from an injury high-level perspective here?
We got Bucks plus 2.5 tonight versus the Falcons. For the Bucks, on the offensive side, we got Trey Palmer out. Jalen McMillan is also out, but they're also missing 2 tackles in Luke Gadecki and Tristan Wirfs, which are 2 big pieces of that offensive line. On the defensive side, they're missing Antoine Winfield, Calais Cansey, and Vita Vea. So 3 of their big players they're missing again. So I like the Falcons to be able to run the ball tonight, big time. On the Falcons, they're missing both their inside linebackers, Troy Anderson and Nate Landman, who ended up on IR, and we lost Tommy.
He'll come back.
He'll come back. So tonight we got Godwin and Mike Evans. They love to beat up on cover 3 schemes. They're both top 10 against that scheme. Historically, both of those guys have destroyed against the Falcons. Evans has gone over 75 yards and 5 receptions in 18 career matchups versus the Falcons. And then Godwin's always seems like a lock for that 5 for 50 stat line. He's always done historically well also. Falcons side, Drake has actually always excelled against the Bucs. So I'm looking at a bounce back spot for him. He's averaging 115 yards and 7 receptions against the Falcons in his career. So Bucs have been allowing 6.5 receptions and 60 plus receiving yards on average to opposing running backs. And Bijan's averaging 33 yards. So, and his line right now is only 25.5. So that's one play that I'm really going towards tonight is Bijan over 25.5 receiving yards. So,
okay. All right. I like that. I mean, listen, How many times and how many weeks in a row are we going to say they got to keep getting Bijan the fucking ball out of the backfield?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, at some point, you got to fucking go in there and start throwing this guy the ball 5-6 times a game. It's fucking insane. I'm going to bet it every fucking day until they raise the line. Bill, what do you like today with your Atlanta Falcons?
I like Baker Mayfield over 9.5 rushing yards.
Nope.
Okay.
I think he gets that. What the fuck? I lost the goddamn screen again.
I'll touch on that. He's been averaging 17 yards so far this season, and they've been getting. What's that?
My screen just disappears.
The Falcons have been getting destroyed by rushing quarterbacks, so I really like that 9.5 too. So
all right, I like that too. Primetime quarterbacks rushing has been a thing for us for a long time over here at 4 Deep. So, all right. So, Bill, you like Baker rushing? What do you think about this side on this game? Think Falcons win the game?
I don't know. It's gonna be tough, man. This is a tough game to bet a side on.
yeah.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be back and forth. I do like Bucky Irving tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be in a few of my plays.
Bucky Irving looks like the significantly better back over there. So
yeah, he's getting more carries every week. I like his yards today. He'll definitely be in my builder too because he's gotten 9, 7, 9, 10 carries, 49 or 70.
Well, I mean, he's literally forget about that. I mean, just the snap share alone, right? Rashad White in week 3 was 74 to 32% snap share. By week 4, it was 58 to 42, right? So you're seeing Rashad White come down from 70, 71, 74 to 58% snap share, which is, in my mind, the most encouraging thing. Another thing that's jumping out at me a little bit, Zab, and I know it was probably – what's going on with Jalen McMillan?
He's out.
He's out again, right?
Yeah.
So there's this sneaky little play here. Sterling Shepard over 19.5. What do you think of that? I mean, he got 65% snap share with Jalen McMillan out. I like going with these low props on Thursday night. What are you thinking here, Zap?
That's kind of the way I've been looking at it too, is targeting these lower players. I think everybody's going to go to that kind of Bucky Irving. I've even noticed Algiers getting a ton of run lately, and I can see just Bijan coming out and taking all the carries and getting everything. I think Bijan was a little banged up at the end of that game last week, so I think Bijan kind of recertifies himself.
Okay,
and,
yeah. So
I like that. I like that yardage line.
I mean, this is my favorite play of the night, Sterling Shepard. Like, it's my favorite play of the game by a mile. In this one, Atlanta's actually been pretty decent defensively. The 19.5. I mean, it's not a box score thing either. He had 3 for 51 last week on 5 targets. Right? This isn't a nobody. Sterling Shepard is a known receiver, right? Like, this isn't a guy who fucking is coming out of Alcorn State, playing, small football. We're trying to see if he is something. We know he's something. We know he loads the playbook. We know he's going to merge with a veteran quarterback. He's going to run the right routes. He's going to get open. That's what he's done his whole career. So 65% snap share for a guy with a 19.5 total, dropped 51 yards last week. I think that's 20 yards low, right?
Yeah, and without
and no one's on it, Sam. Not a fucking person on it.
Antoine Winfield's out. So he's only going to get a better matchup. So
yeah. So I mean, I like that. Bill, you like that?
I don't love it.
All right. I figured that.
It sounds good on paper.
We knew that was coming.
I just don't know about it. So
yeah. All right. Hoff, what are you on for tonight?
My 2 favorite plays were said. The Bijan receiving and Baker rushing. Okay. Those are my favorite.
I love Cook too tonight.
You could do Bijan rushing and receiving. He should probably get 100 yards rushing and receiving.
He should. Yeah. The only thing that worries me about that is the usage of him, Algier, the game flow, Thursday night football going under. Like, I'm just so scarred from fucking trying to bet volume plays.
Drake London has a good matchup tonight too. He should.
Yeah, Drake London should eat. What about Kyle Pitts? I mean, he's talking the NFL right now. Like,
I could see Drake London getting a touchdown tonight.
I could see Kyle Pitts getting a touchdown.
Pitts ain't doing shit.
Right? Like, what are we doing here with Pitts?
He's just fucking phased out. He's a blocker. We'll get him the ball sometimes. It's just what he is. So
are we betting your boy tonight, Bill?
Everyone's waiting. It's not going to happen.
I'm not touching it, but I'm just saying, like, we got to talk about it.
What happened, Hoff?
Are we betting the Cooster tonight?
Yeah, I just said I'm on
Yeah.
Coos field goals.
Yeah, cool field goals. Zab, what do you think?
Pitts, I mean, I had a ton of Pitts in Dynasty, and I'm benching him tonight. I don't think he's playable until he shows something. We targeted this Bucks middle linebackers last week with the tight end, and he didn't produce at all. I love the play, and it didn't happen. So I'm just not going back to Pitts until he shows something. I mean, his yardage line is 30.5 tonight too. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's playable. He's running slow off the snap. He just doesn't look good. It almost looks like he's battling some type of injury and just doesn't want to go out.
Where's the public on this right now? It's because I feel like last week was the week that everyone said this is the Pitts breakout game. I feel like this week everyone's given up. So the fact that everyone's given up, I almost want to throw a fucking same game alt line parlay like Shepard 40 plus, Pitts 40 plus, like plus 1,000 type thing. I'm gonna do it because I'm a psychopath. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's still playing. He's still out there. I get it. He's blocking and running clear routes. I just can't imagine that they fucking don't throw the ball again. I'm not gonna put a straight bet on it. I will not put a straight bet on it, but I will alt it up because I think if he does get fed a little bit, he's gonna get fed a lot. Right? It's going to be like a Kelsey thing. Like he's going to go for 60. I don't think it's going to be 33 receiving yards type thing.
I would take the under. I would do under on his receptions, under on his yards.
Yeah, I just feel like that's the Thursday. If it wasn't Thursday night.
I mean, he's due. He's due. He's definitely
due.
His separation's bad. I mean, he's been just getting destroyed by in the media. So
everything.
If he comes out and drops 100 and a touchdown, I mean, no one's on it tonight.
Yeah, listen, I will have nothing on him at 30 yards. I will have a sprinkle on him at
DraftKings has a no sweat bet. So
does FanDuel. So let's.
All right, yeah, that's a perfect thing to do it on. Yeah, put it on fucking Pitts 50 plus. I'm gonna go Pitts. I'm going Pitts 50 and a tutty. That's what I'm going.
And when it loses, you get your
exactly, and then you didn't lose anything. There we go. Who's getting to the box today? Obviously, Bijan is someone who's the favorite to get in the box today. Bill, you've been nailing first touchdowns. Who scores first?
It's been a lot of the regular guys.
Yeah, it's been pretty chalky.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. You got to take Bijan. You got to go with Mike Evans. Definitely those two.
So you just
the rest of them, you got to sign up, but definitely got to take those two, Bijan and Evans.
Okay. All right. Hoffman, do you like anything else in this game tonight?
No, I think Drake London scores.
Yeah. I think Drake London's I think he's a stud. This kid's. I'm trying to get him in every seasonal league that I'm in.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Drake London's a star. That's pretty much it.
Me and Vajana have a defense play we love tonight, but you're gonna have to sign up to get that one because.
And guess what? You don't even need to sign up, guys. Just fucking go. It's free. Yep, you got a free day. DM 4 deep wins. Get all the rest of the plays for the next 24 hours. So get in there now. You'll get all the bets for tonight. And all the props we're going to have for the baseball game, the props we're going to have for the college football game. And then we'll see, because keep in mind, this is fucking being recorded at 2, 3 o'clock. All this shit can change, and it usually does. So by 7, 8 o'clock, we could be on totally different things. We could have double max bets on something we didn't even mention, or we could be completely off something like Sterling Shepard or something like that. Again, we're not doing it to mislead. It's just we got 4 more hours for shit to happen, especially in college football. I spoke to Howie today. And Howie was mentioning something about the quarterback change taking place in Troy, which I would love to happen over there. So we might have some news on that Troy thing, which might take us clean it off it or put us on it twice as hard. So, get signed up. Just go there, DM at 4 Deep Wins on Twitter for a free day of bets. And those of you that are already used your free day and are already on board, click the link in my bio at Tommy G Wins Again on Twitter. $69 for the first month. So that's $120 normally. $69 for the first month. Get involved. Let's fuck. And that's all I got. I mean, we're going to slay college football. We got 1 baseball game. We just talked through the NFL. Anyone else got anything?
I got one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Devontae Adams possibly going to the Jets? Because that is
I think he's definitely going to the Jets. I think he's definitely going.
That's the big rumor right now is he came out and said that's where he wants to go. So
he's going to Jets, babies. And that's going to be fucking beautiful because I just traded Garrett Wilson to my brother. So,
I mean, credit can
Fuck
take
him.
back to the. So,
yeah, I mean, dude, Devontae Adams to the Jets would be everything. I think it would be the most. It's just we and Bill were arguing about this the other day. Devontae Adams runs. They're psychic with each other, right? Aaron Rodgers needs receivers who understand his brain. Bill was saying the same exact thing. All Aaron Rodgers does is run choice routes. They're all choice routes. It's flag football out there, right? So that's why he brought Lazard. That's why he brought Cobb, because these guys don't. Garrett Wilson doesn't know where to break, right? Like he knows how to run routes. He's a great receiver, but you saw it at the end of the game, that seam route. Garrett Wilson was still facing this way when the ball went by his head, right? And when you watch the replay, he should have sat in that zone, but that's not what the play was designed to. That's why they don't really run plays. Aaron Rodgers runs the start of plays, right? It's like, okay, get in this area. If you like Kelsey and Mahomes, like how Kelsey and Mahomes did that interview when they were talking about in the Super Bowl, how 2 of the touchdowns in the last 2 years weren't even designed. It was meant to run a post and he broke it off for a flag and Mahomes just knew he was going to do it. That's what Rodgers needs. So, dude, look out. Look out if Rodgers gets to Devontae Adams. I think could be trouble. Still got to clean up that run defense a little bit, though. Bill Rupp, final words.
Go Mets.
Go Mets. Zab, final words.
Bijan touchdown.
Bijan touchdown. Hoffman, final words.
Let's go, Tommy Pucks.
Let's go, Tommy Pucks. Hockey back tomorrow. Let's go. And for Zab and angry Bill Rupp, who cheered up a little bit at the end of the show. But my God, you do this show twice a week. Can you be a little happy next time? You be happy tomorrow, Bill? You took gummies or something before the show? You're fucking miserable lately.
You get bad tips on Uber?
Yeah, what happened? Fucking McDonald's people not tipping you or something? What the fuck's going on?
No, chip's been good.
You going out there tonight?
Cheer up.
What happened?
You going out there tonight? Make some deliveries?
Fuck yeah.
That's why he's so miserable all day.
Can't wait.
He's all miserable. Yeah, well, it's killing our show. I just want to let you know that. It's killing our show.
Can't wait.
So, for Hoffman, that angry little fucking bitch below me, and Zab, I am Tommy G. Go into 4 Deep Wins on Twitter at 4 Deep Wins. Get your free day. Go to my Twitter at Tommy G Wins again. Get $69 for the first month. Slay day coming today. Thursday Slay. Let's go. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go.
Very angry, Bill. Very angry.
I can't